I wanted to show you guys a quick view of chargers in the area and kind of like what we're looking at if you're going electric. I was watching a video the other day and a guy was talking about how going electric is kind of still not a thing because chargers are so far and few in between. This is where I live, and this is the local charger that I sponsored, so got to throw that in there. Oh, my new picture posted. I put in a nightlight tonight, and for some reason they think that this is a license plate. Reserve parking. They did it in another picture over here. Yep, right there. And they blocked out my license plate, so that's cool. Anyway, local charger that I sponsored, one Tesla, one J1772. But people are talking about like if you want to travel, how easy is it? Now, clearly there are chargers everywhere, but all the green ones are slow chargers. So let's take out the Tesla chargers and the J1772. That leaves what's this? Oh, probably one of those. Yeah. All right. This leaves the fast chargers. So these are all the fast chargers that you can access. Now, this still looks pretty good, right? Well, that's because it also includes Tesla. So let's take Tesla out. And realistically, cars don't use CHAdeMO, so we'll just CCS only. Now, these are your choices for CCS. There's a pretty big gap right here between Asheville and this one is new. Actually, it just opened up. There haven't been any in the area. Matter of fact, the nearest one was down here in Hickory, Modern Nissan of Hickory, which it feels kind of weird going there because it's a Nissan place and it's free. So like, I don't know if that's supposed to be for Nissan only or so really, I mean, if you that's kind of a long stretch for any car to go, from Asheville to Hickory. This an easy hour and a half drive, and I mean, like that's a normal trip, I guess you'd say. But I mean, the next thing down is Statesville, and I mean, you know, again, okay, there's an Electrify America. So if you went Electrify America, because that's kind of you pay for it, that's all that. From Statesville to the Electrify America in Asheville, which is up here, I mean, you're looking at easy 2 hour drive, maybe more. And I mean, in a Tesla, that would be kind of a normal leg, but some cars don't have that kind of battery. I mean, even the standard range Tesla doesn't have that kind of battery. So, really nice that they added this one. But again, this is a Chevrolet place, and I don't think they charge. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say. And I guess there are, there's a Volvo that used it and got 50 kilowatt. That's another thing. You have to look at like what it's actually capable of doing, and it doesn't say, but I'm assuming it's 50 kilowatt is the max. That's really not fast. So, if we go like legit Electrify America to Electrify America, sure, you can get 350 kilowatt there and you can get it over here in Asheville, but you may not be able to make this long of a trip without having to stop somewhere. And then so now you're looking at, the 50 kilowatt free at Modern Nissan. You feel like you're kind of mooching off of them. Not sure if that's even okay. Or same with the Chevrolet place, 50 kilowatt at the Chevrolet dealer, which again, if you're not driving a Chevrolet, that just feels a little weird. Yeah, right there it is, 50 kilowatt ABB. Let's see what this one says. I may have just overlooked it. Pretty sure this one's 50 because I have used it. Yeah, 50 right there. I've used it before just to test out my CCS adapter. So really, things are kind of hard to do if you don't have a Tesla. Now there are some here that are under construction, and these may, like Starbucks. I think that's right off the interstate, so that'll be useful. They're saying it'll be a 62 and a half kilowatt. So again, really slow. So, is it impossible to travel with a non Tesla? No. It's just a little bit more complicated. There are chargers everywhere, but really, when you get to thinking about it, and this is what sparked the conversation, was right through here. If you're coming down this direction, you find you a charger over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where the guy stopped. I mean, he was out on the coast. He didn't say exactly which spot he stopped at. But he stopped up here and he tried to drive all the way down here to the nearest fast charger. And like there's EVgo. So, you know, obviously, I guess it really depends on, are you going to go try to mooch off of a Nissan? Because, you know, a lot of them don't like that. And then you'll be hit with, no, you can't charge here. Well, what do you do when you're there, you know? So you try to hit the ones that are reliable, like Electrify America, EVgo. I'm actually not seeing any there. So there's an EVgo. So you have to go from there all the way down here, down to the EVgo I just pointed out a minute ago here. That's quite a stretch. And you know, and the guy I'm referring to that had this problem was in a Rivian R1T, and he got to about right here, and he realized he wasn't going to make it. So he had to find a J1772 in the area, and I'm going to assume there are some here. I actually haven't looked, but and yeah, so you have to find. Actually, funny enough, that may be the one that he went to, because he said he went to an inn, and they were gracious enough to let him charge without charging him to stay there. So he stayed for about 2 hours just to get him enough to get down here to the fast charger. Quite a different story when you're not in a Tesla, because, oh look, there's one right there. Tesla dominates the market. They have way more superchargers than pretty much everyone else. I mean, there's 3 in this area right here. And there's not really a concern of, you know, when you get there, is it going to work? Because that's the whole other issue with Electrify America, EVgo. When you get there, is it going to work? That's questionable. Like this one is here where I live. 12 stalls, 250 kilowatt. I mean, it's not a concern. If one doesn't work, you just move to another and you keep on going. And I mean, all these people have charged here successfully, no issues. Then you go on up to Asheville, and there's another one here, another one here, another one here. You know, they're everywhere. And once that opens up to all the other EVs, it'll be great. But until then, traveling in a non-Tesla is kind of a problem. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over that and show you guys, you know, what you're looking at. Apples to oranges, I guess. There's plenty of slow chargers, so I guess there's always that. You could always rely on a slow charger if things didn't work out. And you know, like I say, this was completely free. If you're in the area, it's open to anybody. Sponsored by me and my company, so hey, why not? But you know, who wants to sit there 5 hours to gain what you could gain in 30 minutes at a fast charger? So it's really more of a last resort kind of thing. Apparently, I checked in on April 19th and was unable to charge. I mean, that's a norm for Electrify America. You know, all these people seem to be doing pretty good, but occasionally you'll run across someone who just, you couldn't get it to work at all. And you know, there's only 4 chargers in this area. It's very likely with Electrify America that you could pull in and 2 of them be completely down, and then you're left to try to figure out what to do with the other 2. So, hopefully Tesla opens up their network. I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Now, Tesla, I'm not super happy about how they do their pricing. You know, there was a price increase, and things kind of got expensive. This one here is the oldest one, and this used to be 27 cents a kilowatt hour. Now, that's perfect. I mean, that's a great price. And recently they raised it. I think it was 34 cents a kilowatt hour. But if you go to this one, which happens to be right in the center of the city, it's 43 cents a kilowatt hour. So like that, what? I would just drive down here to save that kind of money. Didn't even know it. And we actually plugged in at this one and realized after we were billed that it was way higher than if we would have just made the drive over here. It would have been cheaper. So, you know, I guess there's that. You kind of got to look out for that. So anyway, just wanted to point out the differences there.